Good Friday evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Boys of Winter. So I'm Mason Spassky, your host. Tonight we are going to recap the last 6 games for the Penguins. I'm sorry I couldn't get us in last night. I had a charity event at my school, so I could not come home and film in enough time, and Wednesday was just busy. I hate to say it, I'm kind of busy right now reviewing some football stuff. I do a lot of in the off season. So as I've told, I'm going to restart all that. So as I told you guys before, I am pretty much now from the Super Bowl until like mid to late March, probably close to late March, maybe early April. I'm kind of taking a break from this channel. The only things that I'm really doing on this channel are my Mondays with Mason, which is every Monday, and this Boys of Winter series, and my Pitt basketball recap shows. The reason for this is because I do a lot of in the off season, like football evaluation stuff. Like right now I'm in the middle of scouting prospects for the NFL draft, which is in April in Detroit. There will be videos about that. I will do a show on that. It actually might be live. I don't know when I'm going to do it, so we'll see about that. It'll be closer to the draft. That's for sure. One thing I am definitely going to 100% try to do is either, because my last final is actually on Wednesday at like 3 o'clock. So, and it's the day before the draft. So I'm going to try either that Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, since I won't be in class anymore. I'll technically be a sophomore. Woo. Very nice. But anyway, back to discussing. I will try to do my final mock draft live. It will be 7 rounds, but I'll probably do all 7. I might do all 7 rounds. Who knows? I'll probably only do the first round in detail, but I will just say my picks for all 7 rounds, possibly. We'll see how that day goes. But anyway, closer to the draft, like mid to late April, I'd say mid-April, depends on my finals prep schedule and all of that. I've yet to set that, but that will get set soon. But depends on my grades too. But anyway, back to the point. I will make a video with the prospects that I think are being underrated, the prospects I think are overrated, and just like my draft predictions, like it'll be a personal style video, but that won't influence my mock draft. So I'll just go over that. Probably will not have a video on the combine though this week, just to say that. I might do it as my Mondays with Mason, but that might be it. So yeah. One thing I will do though sometime probably mid next week is go through a list of NFL free agents and predict their new homes. So it'll be long and it'll be interesting, but I will try to do that. That's for sure. So yeah, I'm in the middle of preparing for that. So there will be not a whole lot of content on this channel until like mid-April, until like early April, mid-April. I am doing a series for the Pirates. It's very similar to this. I've yet to come up with a name for it, but it will be out in April, and it'll pretty much be replacing this because unfortunately the way it's looking, the Penguins are not going to make the playoffs. So yeah, and then I won't have my Pitt basketball show to do, and I won't really probably be doing any Pitt coverage after the Panthers season ends for basketball until football again in the fall. So the summer will be interesting because I'll do Pirates. I might talk about some golf, but probably not. And one thing I do have, and I got a lot of them for Christmas, and unfortunately I haven't touched this since college started because I've been so busy, are my video games. So I'm going to try at the very least to simulate all the Steeler games for next year, video game style. We'll play them all on Madden before the season starts. I'm going to try to hope to do that with you, and you can see my announcing and all that. So yeah, this channel will get very interactive in the summertime, but it'll be probably pretty dead. I mean, look, you guys probably saw throughout the fall that this is mostly a football channel, and I think you guys knew that by now. So our busiest time will be likely always late August to January. And I do get busy during football season. And it's tough. It's not easy. The fall is probably my busiest time of the year. So, yeah. However, in the summer, we'll have that Pirates series. I will try to do the video games. Some other stuff, like I'll do vlogs of me at the Pirate games, like I typically do on this channel, or I have done. I'm going to try to bring back like the travel aspect, the experience aspect of it. Couldn't do that as much during football. That's mostly during the summer months and all that. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. I mean, that's where we're headed. Anyway, though, I'm going to briefly talk about the Penguins now because I haven't watched them a whole lot. I mean, I watched some of their games, but I've just been I've just been still, like I just said, busy with football, evaluating these prospects for the draft. So it's tough for me to watch Penguin games, so I'll just give a brief analysis. The team started this 6-game streak by losing to the Los Angeles Kings 2-1 on Jaromir Jagr night. Penguins had a 1-0 lead, but they managed to blow it, losing 2-1 to the Kings. This was a disappointing loss for sure. 2 days later, the Penguins lost to the Islanders 5-4 in overtime. Still managed to get 1 point out of it, and the season looked pretty much over from here. The Penguins did recoup by defeating the Montreal Canadiens February 22nd, defeating them 4-1 at home. This was a great win, that's for sure. This was an electric game, but the Penguins did beat the Flyers by a final score of 7-6 this past Sunday. A lot of goals for sure. It was an exciting game. Watched that one, so definitely exciting. That's for sure. Good win. The Penguins also won on Tuesday night in Vancouver, defeating the Canucks by a final score of 4-3. This game went to overtime, so we're lucky to come back and get the points. However, we did lose 2-0 to the Kraken last night in Seattle. So looking ahead now at this next 4-game stretch here, because we're only doing 4 games because obviously the 6, we play the Flames tomorrow night, the Oilers Sunday night, the Columbus Blue Jackets at home Tuesday night, and the Capitals at home Thursday night. By the way, those first 2 are away, Calgary and Edmonton. And then we have a 5-game stretch between March 9th and the 16th. A lot of good games in that stretch. Then we'll play a couple, and then we'll have a video out probably early in the morning, the 17th. And then we have a couple games here after that. Ending the 28th, we'll probably do a video the 29th. And then we'll do a video the 7th of April probably at some point after those 5. And then we'll have our final video in all likelihood April the 18th, and that will be a recap. So we only have like 4 more of these left. So definitely been a pleasure with doing this for you guys. So yeah. All right, let's look at the standings right now, and then we'll talk about the trade deadline because that's coming up too. Eastern Conference in the Atlantic Division, Florida leads 84 points, Boston 84, Toronto 76, Detroit 72, Tampa Bay 70, Buffalo 60, Montreal 55, Ottawa 53. Metropolitan Division, we got the Rangers with 83 points, the Carolina Hurricanes 78 points, Philadelphia Flyers 69 points, Devils 64 points, Islanders 64 points, Capitals 63 points, Pittsburgh 62 points, Columbus 48 points. Western Conference now, we got the Central Division, Dallas Stars 81 points, Winnipeg Jets 79 points, Avalanche Colorado 79 points, Nashville Predators 70 points, St. Louis Blues 63 points, Minnesota Wild 62 points, Arizona Coyotes 51 points, Chicago Blackhawks 35 points. Pacific Division now, we got the Canucks of Vancouver, 83 points. Vegas Golden Knights, 73 points. Edmonton Oilers, 72 points. LA Kings, 70 points. Calgary Flames, 63 points. Seattle Kraken, 63 points. Anaheim Ducks, 45 points. San Jose Sharks, 35 points. Alrighty, let's talk about the Eastern Conference now. The top 3 teams in each division get automatic playoff berths. In the Atlantic Division, that's the Florida Panthers, Boston Bruins, and Toronto Maple Leafs. For the Metropolitan Division, that's the New York Rangers, Carolina Hurricanes, and Philadelphia Flyers. Wildcard teams, the first wildcard is the Detroit Red Wings, second wildcard is the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Devils trail Lightning by 6 points for that spot. However, they only trail Philly 5 points for the division. Same with the Islanders. The last spot in the Metro, automatic. Capitals, 63 points. They trail by 7. The Lightning, 6 points. The Flyers. Penguins, we trail Lightning by 8 points. 7 points. The Flyers. Sabres, 10 points. Montreal, 15 points. Ottawa, 17 points. Columbus, 22 points. And 21 points. The Flyers. Western Conference now. We got the Central Division. Those top three. Dallas, Winnipeg, Colorado. And then we got Vancouver, Vegas, and Edmonton. LA Kings and Nashville Predators are the 2 wild cards. Calgary Flames trail them by 7 points. Blues, 7 points. Kraken, 7 points. Wild, 8 points. Coyotes, 19 points. Ducks, 25 points. 25 points. And Sharks and Blackhawks, 35 points. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. They're nearing elimination, the Blackhawks and the Sharks. However, one thing they are certainly not eliminated for, is the number 1 overall pick. So that's something to look forward to if you're a fan of those teams. So that's all I got to say about that. Before I go, I just want to say some things about the trade deadline real quick. There's a lot of circus or whatever, or paparazzi, whatever you want to say, is about Jake Gensel, whether or not he will be traded. I like Jake Gensel a lot. He's one of my favorite Penguins, but it's probably a good idea too, because this team needs to get younger. This team is past its prime for sure. The Stanley Cup window has closed. Probably not making the playoffs this year. It's no worth letting Gensel stay unless you're 99.99999% certain he's going to re-sign. So that's the only reason I would keep him. Only. But this is from Bleacher Report. I'm just looking at players on the trade block. They have a list. Honorable mention: Jake Allen, Montreal goalie. Alexandre Carey, Nashville. Jacob Churchill, Ottawa. Nick Dowd, Washington. Matt Dumba, Arizona. Marc-Andre Fleury, Minnesota. He doesn't want to be traded, though, but yeah, he's not going to be traded. Dominic Kubliak, Ottawa. Elvis Merzolinkis, Columbus. I wouldn't mind getting him. And then these are the rankings. 20th, Trevor Zegras, Anaheim. I wouldn't mind getting him because he's 22. That would be a good one. Juicy Saros, Nashville. He'd be a really good one to get. He's 29. I think we need a goalie, so I'd like to have him, but it's doubtful. Frank Vatrano, Anaheim. 29, too old. Eric Johnson, Buffalo. 35, wouldn't want him. Anthony Duclair, San Jose. This would be a good one. He's 28. Wouldn't mind having him, though. Alex Wenberg, Seattle. 29. I don't think so. Nick Seeler, Philly. 30 years old. Probably not. He's from Philly. Jason Zucker, Arizona. He is 32. I wouldn't want him back. I don't think. Anthony Monfa, Washington. 29-year-old. Yeah, I'd take. Probably not. Martin Metcalf, Carolina Hurricanes. $25. I'd take him. Number 10. This is the other Penguin on the trade block. Riley Smith from the Penguins. 32. I don't think we should keep him. I think he's an easy trade, so I'd definitely trade him if I were Duba. So hopefully he does. Number 9 is Nate Jabrowski, Boston. 7. I wouldn't mind getting him, possibly. We'll see. 8, Scott Lockton, Philadelphia. 29, probably not. And by the way, too, the only reason I'm saying ages here is because the Penguins want to get younger, and I agree with them. Oh, this would be a good one, though. Number 7, Vladimir Tarasenko, Ottawa. 32, yeah, probably not. Number 6, Son Walker, Philadelphia. 29, no. 5, Pavel Vukanits, St. Louis Blues. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing names too, by the way. 28, probably not. 4, Jacob Markstrom, Calgary. 34, I like the guy, but no. 3, Adam Henrique, Anaheim. Needs to be traded. 34, no. Number 2, Noah Hanflin, Calgary. 27, no. And number 1, of course, is Jake Gensel. 29. Of course he's number 1. Why wouldn't he be number 1? He's amazing. However, I don't think we should keep him. I think it's time to trade him. Give him a chance to win a cup somewhere else. So, yeah, I think it's in everybody's best interest. I mean, we're tapped against the cap, and I mean, I personally think this team needs to start a rebuild the day Crosby announces he's retiring. I do. This team's past its prime, missed the playoffs, and wow, what's the last GM of the Penguins' name? I'm sorry. Hextall, who was awful. Well, he was awful. He was not solely responsible for the downfall of the Penguins. Or the beginning of the end for them. It's AIDS. So, yeah. So, at the end of the season, our free agents are Jeff Carter, Jake Gensel, Alex Nedelovitz, Jack St. Ivany, Corey Andowski, Samuel Poland, Maximum Karchik, Dylan Haramaluk, Emil Benstrom, Jensen Harkins, Jack Rathbone, Pierre-Oliver Joseph, Chad Riddleedle, Magnus Hellberg, Vladimir Perniston, Ryan Say, Radim Zerhorna, Matthew Phillips, Vincent Histroza, Jonathan Gruden, interesting, that's kind of funny, Ty Smith, Dmitry Samorkov, and Taylor Footen. One thing I've learned from this video is I will never, ever become a hockey announcer, primarily because I can't pronounce half these names. I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name. But I think they should move Gensel. I think they should move Carter and Riddleedle. Everyone else, I don't really care. This team has to get younger. There's no doubt about it. So, yeah, that's all I got to say on that matter. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a good night. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace. See you the next time.